Danthorpe again?
Down near
What's
the
that?
border, isn't it?
Yeah. About 4 hours drive from here,
Okay.
south westish.
Yeah.
Yeah. The rent is cheaper out there, so that would be good.
Oh, I bet.
Like we could rent a house for 400.
Oh, you could buy a house, buddy.
Oh, that too. Yeah. If we went in together, we could buy a house.
Fuck renting.
Greg is just to give you the heads up. I don't know if you watched the recording for last session.
I haven't, nah.
Okay, so the last session, the group arrived at the military base and got across the minefield.
Okay.
Without trying to kill each other.
Surprisingly.
So we've improved in that regard.
It's a little bit complicated. But you were in a car accident.
Was I driving?
Nope. Marvin was driving.
Oh, good.
And then a super mutant rolled the car with you and Marvin in it. So we decided that you might have had just a very mild concussion and you're taking a rest in the other car now.
Nice.
With the NCR soldiers. So whether you want to have just simply made your way into the military base with the rest of the group, that's fine. If you would prefer to nap in the car, that's fine.
Maybe I'll just listen in tonight then. Yeah, maybe I'll just nap in the car.
Completely up to you.
Yeah, let's give that a go.
Can go to level up to level 8.
Ooh, okay.
So you should be up to 35 experience. I think I fixed that for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So give yourself 1 skill point, 1 combat skill point, and choose a new perk.
Okay.
Glenn, did you level up? No, you did not.
Didn't I?
Nope.
Oh.
Unless you leveled somebody else up.
Might have done elf.
Iron Fist Novice.
Nah, it doesn't sound like me.
Unarmed attacks plus 1d6. Okay, that's okay.
Get a drink.
I realized it was OP with my
With your Ripper, yeah.
Yeah. So I switched that for my original plan.
And Abby was all over it. She's leveled up. She's all good. So I think it's only Rob. That's okay. He'll sneak on at some point.
Yeah.
But anyway, how has everybody been tonight?
All right.
Did you finish off those dwarves, Elfman?
Nah, man. All right.
Look, you look like you were close.
They take a while, man. Nah, it's deceptive. When the base coat's done, you're lucky if that's halfway.
Yeah, fair. Okay. Yeah, then you spend all your time on the little details after that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better because I thought you were basically done, and I was like, how the hell did you paint so many so quickly?
No, I finished at like 12:30, man.
Well.
No, I would say after you left Gregor's, there was probably, because I went away for a bit, there was probably another 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
3 hours. You know, that's still pretty quick for a humanoid mini. My eyes. Thing is, Greg, is I've done nearly another. I've sort of been sitting here today, plodding away at another 6.
Oh.
I just kind of felt like it.
7.
You got me in the mood. What can I say?
Good.
6 agility. Damn it, I don't have perception.
Correct. What were you aiming for?
Oh, I like the concentrated fire. That looked pretty cool.
That's if you... What is it? If you aim and then...
Yeah.
Yeah, you can re-roll an
Yeah,
extra...
3d6.
Yeah, up to 3d6. So if you're happy with the first two, you can re-roll one.
Yeah.
But no, I was happy with where I was at, only having a 1 week gap. So I spent today, instead of prepping the session, just adding stuff to what I want.
Mhm.
So,
What the hell? My saved favorite takes me to your old character sheet. Ugh. Alright, let's get the new one.
Also, you have an
Which
old
is in the
character sheet?
voice. Not voice, in the conversation.
Hey everyone,
Hey,
Hey, mate.
evening, Rob.
Hey,
how's everyone going?
Yeah, doing well. I was just reminding everybody that they leveled up to 8. So if you would like, you can add a skill point
Yeah.
and a combat skill and a perk. No pressure, just if you would like.
there it is.
Okay. Yeah, I think I want to for some reason.
Well, you had Meltdown last, which is utter insanity when comboed with a burst laser rifle.
Yeah, a bit handy.
How many times did we bounce that the other night? Like 4 or 5 in one attack
About
round?
4 times, so we kind of went, that's enough.
That's petted out now, yeah.
I just want to be able to repair these miniguns I've got.
Then you've got Big Butterboom.
Correct.
How many missiles you got?
Only one. You've only given me one. I tried
Okay.
buying or getting one, but they said, "No, missiles. We don't have any for you." I'm like, "Bitch."
Yeah, they're not handing out missiles, just, left, right, and center.
And yet, last week the amount of like helicopters and explosions going off everywhere, like they've got missiles to spare. Like seriously, they have missiles to spare.
Which I didn't fix that, so I won't be using that tonight. I'll spend some time and actually fix it properly at some point.
Next time they say I don't have ammo, I'm gonna be like, "Well, the amount of ammo you wasted on that last attack was pretty big."
Who said it was the NCR firing the big stuff?
I'm gonna go with me.
Nice enough. I just chose the Eagle Eye perk and it automatically added to my perception.
Yes. Yeah, you'll just need to update your current to match. Yep. Yeah, some stuff I can automate, some stuff I
Yeah.
can't. So skill points I can't. Stat points I can.
Okay.
Because otherwise, if I automated skill points, I would need to enter the figures to lock them in every single time you level up.
Okay.
So I haven't figured
But
out.
surely you don't do that when we level up for our special.
No. So your special is calculated by the initial values. So in session 0, I entered them for you.
Okay.
And then everything after that is a spreadsheet in the background that's adding on perks and bits and pieces.
Yeah, okay.
So that was a
That's-
once-off in session 0, whereas with skill
Skills we're
points,
changing.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's every single level I would have to do it across 2 separate skills for each person each time.
Yeah.
So yeah, without JavaScript, I can't do anything specific, which, I don't know, by the time I look at this whole spreadsheet again to use for next campaign, I might be able to get ChatGPT to make my fucking JavaScript for me.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, exactly right.
Rather than bugging Elfman and making him have an aneurysm, the poor guy.
Well, that make him learn JavaScript and
Yeah.
Hey,
He loves learning shit.
You created some good
there's a script
JavaScript
in
for
there.
me. In
So it was in
the
there. There's
last
something in there
campaign.
for Java, isn't
So
there?
yeah, there was
Is that the previous campaign?
yeah,
was
the
it?
previous campaign I could apply experience for across everybody all at once. In
Yeah,
this
okay, I thought it was
campaign,
just the
instead of
previous
doing
one.
that, I simplified the experience method. So
Yeah, I couldn't even remember what it was.
yeah, it was applying experience, and there was something else I can't remember what. Anyway, guys, thank you for coming. Session 16. I know that this is a bit rushed, having only 1 week in between. Last week, a little bit eventful. You made your way through the city and arrived at the military base. You were confronted by a scene stretching east to west of a very long and large minefield that was laid out between the road and the military base that you wanted to navigate across. The NCR and super mutants were clashing, creating a perimeter around the military base to enable you to do your work. You took on head-on, literally, one small pack of super mutants that were attempting to get past the perimeter and make their own way into the military base as well. In the process of that, Marvin did have the ute rolled by a super mutant, hitting it extremely hard with a sledgehammer. So it has been left on its side in the dirt. Marvin and Rusty climbed out. Rusty, with a suspected concussion, has decided to go sleep it off, which I think is the thing you're not supposed to do for a concussion. In the NCR soldier's jeep that is parked just up the road a little bit. During the fight with the super mutants, some mines were detonated, and you observed that there were drones flying out from the military base and resupplying the minefield with stealthed mines. After observing that and defeating the super mutants, Hal went into the minefield to retrieve Abby's spear as ordered, and then got the bright idea of attempting to lasso a drone when it would come to resupply. Upon failing, he spoke to the rest of the group and decided that Abby might be a bit more suited for the job of trying to wrangle one of these large 4-prop drones. So the next time one of them came out, they used a long length of chain with a hook on the end from the block and tackle, and managed to lasso the supply drone. The consequences for Hal attempting to attack the supply drone originally meant that 2 more escort drones came out with it that the group needed to take down, while the supply drone, being held by Abby during this fight, had to be subdued somewhat. As pictured. So between Abby and Hal, they managed to significantly stop the drone from moving not before it deployed its payload at Abby's feet. Luckily, it went off without causing harm. Turns out she's quite quick at tumbling.
That's a pretty big fucking drone.
I mean, you think if it's got to carry the weight of a landmine, it's going to have to be a decently sized drone. So, after capturing it, Marvin noticed that there was an access port to be able to interface with this drone that appeared to be Vault-Tec origin that could be accessed from his Pip-Boy. So he managed to hack the drone, which meant that he would also have a, albeit limited, overhead view of the battlefield of wherever this drone went. He has assigned it to multiple different party members at different times, and it can identify walls and obstacles around people. It can identify people themselves, and it could uniquely identify where the mines were placed, which enabled the group to move across after following Hal, who just flew across at highest speed and managed to dodge every single mine going off. The rest of the group took a slower, more measured approach. They managed to disarm one invisible mine. So Rotclaw has a plasma mine that does have stealth technology. And with that, you gained access to the entrance of the base itself. You observed turrets within the base that were protecting it. You've headed for the closest building and cut your way through part of the chain link fence so as to not be exposed directly to the turrets. Rotclaw took a more reckless route, jumping over the razor wire and climbing up the side of a building.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Which I love the flourish. And your group has gained access to the main tower. Inside were lots of computers on both the bottom and top levels. Marvin has spent a little bit of time accessing one of the computers on the top level, which has stated that it has triggered the opening of the bunker door after hacking the terminal. And the next option that was going to be chosen was to listen to the holotape from the previous soldier.
RP.
So what you see, I have turned the battlefield from how it was last week. So the gate is now on the left-hand side of screen. And you can now see the entire base rather than just part of it.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah. I thought that still gives you a good viewpoint from where the camera is, I think. So Marvin, bringing up the holotape in one of the options does give you a transcript from one Private Harris. Evacuation report, October 18. Now, depending on how your history is, if everybody could give me an intelligence plus science roll.
Intelligence.
This is just seeing how much notice you took in school learning about historical dates.
I have no science, so this will be.
Abby got 0
I
successes.
got 2.
I got 2 successes on a 4.
All right.
I nearly got that. I got 4 and 5 against a 4, so close.
I rolled a 1, then
Brutal.
a 6.
So to anybody who got at least 1 success, you will recall that 2077 was the time of the Great War. That is when the nukes got launched and the world ended, so to speak, or the previous world ended. October 18 places that approximately 1 week, little less than 1 week before that point. So transcript follows. We are the last group to pull out of Stuart Military Base, just setting the final defenses before we leave. The minefield has been completed in the eastern sector by Daniels at 0900 hours this morning. We will be on the last truck out of here with the Colonel at 1400 hours. Then, on our way to China.
Wow.
China.
So, at this point, you can
So
see...
much for China starting it.
Well, so they were heading to the... to anybody with good knowledge of what happened, the Chinese front line was a ground invasion by US troops into China during 2077 that had bogged down. Some theorizing that that caused the Great War, but nobody really knows for sure. Now, you have already selected to open the bunker entrance. You have gone through, Marvin, and spent your time working on the software for the turrets, and you have attempted as best your ability to disable them for as long as possible. So they will consider your party friendly. The sticking point is you're not sure for how long. All right, group, what would you like to do?
We should run to the bunker.
Be good if we had Rusty here, like, with his hacking ability.
Yeah, could I send a magical drone with a hologram message to pick up Rusty?
That would be up to Rusty.
You're my only hope.
Help
You
me,
can
Rusty
try.
One. You're my only hope.
So Marvin, how are you going to access your drone? So from your Pip-Boy, you know that it's in a holding pattern above the tower at the moment. It has lost sight of yourself and Rotclaw that it was assigned to. And you're all currently inside the building except for Hal, who is still outside the fence like a little chicken.
Well, since I'm guessing I'm still getting a live feed from it, so there must still be a connection there. Can I set it to Rusty?
Yep, so to follow Rusty?
Sort of locate Rusty, then guide him through the minefield.
Okay, so making it a bit more advanced, yep. In which case, yep, if you can give me an intelligence plus science roll.
All right. I also did just get the hacker perk too, so that should be a little bit easier now.
Yep, so that's...
Well, you're a hacker then. What are you sending for another hacker for?
Oh, it's always good to have two.
What's so bad about having two?
Extra body.
The smell would be disgusting.
All right, Marvin.
Two successes.
Two successes? Okay. So the drone takes about 30 seconds. You can't see it from inside, but it roams around for a moment, seems to find who you've allocated, flies down low over the minefield towards the NCR soldiers that are currently clustered around their Jeep that Rusty is inside of. I think, Marvin, since you're the one who sent it, if you can give me just a straight D6 roll.
2. And lose connection.
Okay, so it maintains connection. One of the NCR soldiers is about to fire on the drone as it comes in so close.
Huh.
One of the others, Biggs, puts her hand out to push his rifle down and just be like, no, that's the one that was following the others. So it almost got blown out of the sky. Rusty, can you give me a, let's say, perception plus repair roll?
Yeah.
I want to know
Don't
if you
suppose this
even
has, like,
notice this
headlights that I
machine.
can flick at him?
Lights on it? No. You could probably make it spin up the engine
No.
a bit harder.
Get it to like bang the window with itself.
Lightly
Uh,
tap.
What was the skill I was rolling? Sorry, perception. I've succeeded. Twice. On perception alone, my perception's 8, and I've rolled an 8 and a 6.
Easy. So, yes, you do notice the light tapping of the drone at the window of the Jeep. Would you like to respond to it?
What's the message?
Morse code.
So Marvin, are you saying anything through this drone? Are you?
Oh, it has a speaker?
I'd say it's got a speaker on it.
Does there?
Rusty, follow the drone. We need an extra body.
All right.
Emphasis on the corpse part of
Come
the body.
on,
My head
concussions can't
hurts.
kill people.
All right.
Okay, so Rusty, the drone is going to fly low, and it's going to fly slowly in a very specific pattern that you will need to follow if you are to get through the minefield without exploding.
Hell yeah, I'm following that precisely.
So, after being in the car wreck, you weren't feeling great. So, at the first point, you're feeling a bit spun out after getting up so quickly and following this thing. Can you give me an endurance? What would we have this against? I'd say endurance plus outdoorsman. You're just simply trying to survive here.
Yeah, 11 or less. Let's roll. 1 success.
1 success. Okay. So you fought back against the dizziness. You've stabilized yourself. You've kept your eye exactly on this drone, on where it's going. You make it part way through, and it skips ahead a little bit fast for you. Can you give me a perception plus explosives roll?
Slow down, Rob. I mean, Marvin.
Man, Rusty's taking forever, guys.
8 plus 1 is 9. Whoa. Okay. How many action points have we got?
0, because
Oh, thanks,
Hal
guys.
spends them all immediately en masse.
Oh no. Have I got any luck? I'm gonna use my luck skill plus luck to reroll 1. Let's reroll that one. Ooh, that's a fail.
So you
I needed a 9. I got a 10.
think that you're going okay. You hear a click. First thing, I would like an agility plus explosives. Sorry, agility plus athletics to
Well, that's a 7.
decide if you're quick enough.
These numbers are getting worse.
Not in your favor.
Yeah, nah, I got a 20, so that's a complication,
Mhm.
and zero successes.
0 successes. Okay. So you stumble for a moment after hearing the click, and a plasma mine detonates below you, sending you flying up into the air a couple of meters, falling back down to the ground.
Get the drone to catch him.
Should have stayed in the car.
I don't know. The car was getting pretty messed up at times. Wasn't Rusty thrown from the car?
No, Marvin was. Rusty had his seatbelt on, so he was fine. Marvin
Damn
almost got
straight.
crushed underneath the car by falling out the window as it got thrown over. Yeah, it was a bad time. So with that, Rusty, you take 9 energy damage.
Oh.
And Hal, this would have been 10 meters behind you. That you would have. Were you observing the drone and watching Rusty come in, or still just watching the building?
I think that I was observing that.
Would
Looking
you?
at the drone, if you like.
Yep. Would you go out to help Rusty, or?
No.
To everyone else inside, you would have heard the explosion go off. Is anybody doing anything there? Currently, Rusty is lying bleeding in a crater for a moment.
If he's lying bleeding.
Oh, hey, there's one less mine on the map.
Until the drone comes in.
Hey, Rock
No.
I think Rusty might need some help.
I'll float out if he's actually messed up. I'll float out there.
Okay, so are you just going straight to it? Yep.
Would I have taken another injury?
At this point, you've got an injury. You can't get more.
Okay.
It's fine. I'm not managing multiple injuries. It's okay. I also think it's cruel you not being able to walk and not being able to shoot your rifle and not being able to see straight.
Well, I ain't moving.
Very creative.
So first thing, Hal, if you're heading straight out there, if you can just give me a straight agility plus athletics to see whether you set off any mines yourself.
No, it's like 3 successes.
3 successes? Okay, so you generate 1 action point. You don't set off anything. You make it too rusty.
Oh, no, because I knew where they were.
So you've got... one of your eyes would notice that another drone is flying out from the base. You've got about
Where's
20 seconds.
I never got it back.
Now, being that I'm up on top, can I see? I know we're inside.
You were inside the room with Marvin.
If you go outside, you're going to get shot up again.
No, we're friendly now.
Well, yeah, it's true for now. All right. Given that, I'm going to drag Rusty back along the path that I came.
Okay. Just dragging along the same path?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
In which case, let me roll for that one. All right, and you make it to the fence line with Rusty. In tow, are you dropping him there, or are you trying to head through the gap in the fence?
I'll take him through the gap in the fence.
Has anybody reacted at this point from inside?
Again, I did note that. Oh, there's a mine missing. Rockwell, could you go look?
When I get him to a flat place, probably outside the bottom door behind that Jeep, I'll commence CPR.
All right.
No identification of injuries, of course. I'm just running the CPR subroutine.
Hal, I've programmed you better.
Okay.
You should have been programmed better.
So in which case, if you want to give me an intelligence plus medicine roll.
Okay, for argument's sake, yeah. But it's double failure, which is what I was looking for. I was actually going to say I should like a compulsory fail.
No, but it's always entertaining to make you roll, and then
Yeah, no,
it
but I
it
definitely
fits the RP every single time anyway.
yeah.
So you're doing CPR, but you're not actually pressing down on his chest. You're like 10 centimeters above his chest, just doing the motions.
Yeah, well, the problem is that's what my trainer did at the training. I didn't realize that you actually had to make contact.
Correct. Yes. Rotclaw, have you headed outside or?
I popped my head out just to see what that explosion was.
Yep. Are you
Being that
popping?
everything was friendly.
Yep. Are you popping your head out of the door at the top or at the bottom?
The middle level.
Okay. Sorry. Yes. The door at the top, not the hatch at the top. Yes. Okay.
Yep.
So you've popped your head over the side. As soon as you've opened the door, the turrets aim up on you, and the laser dots are on your chest and side.
Okay, I dropped down.
So you drop down prone.
Yeah, and go, Marvin, what the fuck?
Well, they didn't shoot.
What's going on?
They're still targeting me.
Oh, right. I can only turn off like a certain set of turrets here. I'll have another look. I'll pop over the computer.
Yep. So back in the computer, you go back into the turret controls. Everything that you're reading says that they're friendly.
Either those ones aren't ones that I've changed, or we're fucked.
Or they could be not friendly to super mutants, which, you know, that's perfectly fine.
So you have
Could be an option.
individually input each of the party members last session.
Like their DNA. How do they know?
Look, fuck, dog tag numbers, fob numbers, whatever. Magic.
Whites of your eyes.
Hand wave.
By the way, Rocklaw, how's Rusty doing?
I ducked down. I didn't see him.
Oh, okay. I'm sure he's fine. He's still on the drone, so he's got all the way to the gate. Yeah, he's got to be fine.
How'd he get there?
Probably walked. I mean,
Can't
he
you
did it really fast.
Can't you see him on the drone?
Yeah, he's at the gate. Oh,
Okay.
how's there too? We should probably get there. I'll run over to the gate, run down.
Yep.
When I get to the bottom floor, just cautiously open the door and stick out a hand.
Stick your hand out. You see the
Stick my hand out.
laser dots appear on your hand straight away.
And I pull it back. We have a problem.
They didn't fire though. I'm gonna stick my hand up.
And they turn towards you. And I can't find Marvin. Where's Marvin? There he is. They aim up on your hand.
My hand blown off.
Not yet.
Okay, that's a good sign. Rocklog, you go first.
Yeah, I've already done that. I'm down pretty low on health here, guys.
You've got experience. Fine. I'll take a step forward, just ready to jump back in.
Last I knew I was inside, correct? I'm not actually standing there.
Yeah, you're inside
Yeah.
the building. Yes.
Okay.
Marvin, one of the sets of dots aims up on your chest. One of them remains on Rotclaw's hand, outstretched.
Okay, I think we're good.
Well, being that they're tracking
Uh,
us,
Yeah, but they haven't shot yet, so I'm gonna start making my way over to Rusty and
Mhm.
Hal.
They're basically outside the door, so
Oh.
so you would have stepped
Oh,
out of
hey,
the door,
Rusty.
looked out.
Oh, you're not looking great. Hal, bring him inside. We'll get to work on him.
Yes, Lord Commander. I might advise, though, that CPR has been ineffective. Shall we dispose of the body?
Not yet. I think we can use some other things with it first.
Understood, sir. Unfortunately, my filters have prohibited me from allowing that to happen.
Huh. Rocklaw?
just send Hal out back on the field. Let them all the turrets targeting.
Oh, yeah. Hal, come stand in front of us.
Understood, sir. And I position myself in front of them, and because I'm a smart lad, I know that means in between them and the turret.
Yep. Seeing you as the bigger threat, both of the sets of turrets turn and
Demonstrated.
aim at you. Marvin, are you then dragging Rusty inside?
Yeah, I'll drag Rusty inside and get to work with the doctor's bag.
So you see multiple plasma burns, and he's taken a big hit to the bottom of him. You work away. If you can roll an intelligence plus medicine roll.
Three successes.
Easily done. So you generate 2 action points, and you will heal him up. That is your intelligence plus medicine. So what's that? 14. In this case, you're using a doctor's bag, which will function the same as a first aid kit for this. So 15. Yep. So
Couple smelling salts on him too. Wake him up. Snort one of them.
Rusty, you can have 15 hit points back.
And is my injury healed?
Your injury is not healed yet. No.
Ah,
You wish.
You had severe full thickness burns on your arm.
The worst kind of full thickness.
So you will need either proper medical treatment in a proper medical facility or a lot of rest. To heal that up.
In fairness, he's been sleeping for the last 6 weeks.
So reminding the group at this time of a couple of little housekeeping bits that we had. Marvin, you still have a random drug that you stole from Dr. Bourne that you have not yet ingested.
Saving it for a rainy day.
Saving it for a rainy day. You did have the body of Scout Asa in the back of the ute, covered with a poncho. I'm expecting that that's now lying in the dust behind the wreck of the ute.
Respectfully.
So whether you want to return his body later on, that's up to you. And
Not like he's going anywhere.
yeah, well, I don't know. You got super mutants out there; they might put him in a gore bag.
Well, I've got super mutants here that might put him in a gore bag too, so whatever.
True.
Lock it away.
Marvin, I did also add a laser component that you guys salvaged that you were going to attempt to install into HAL once you're in a decent facility to be able to do that as well. Those ones are just reminders.
Cool.
At that time, so you've stabilized Rusty. He's okay now. You haven't currently been shot by the turrets. What would you like to do?
So, should we run to the bunker?
I
Yeah,
run? I don't know if I can.
as commanded. All right, scooch me, scoot me,
Mhm.
Mr. North. I don't need to be ordered
That was a
twice.
question. That wasn't a statement.
Was that spoken out loud, Marvin?
It was spoken out loud.
Well, I took it as an
that's-
order.
that's
Marvin is one of my commanders.
An order for Hal. So
Yeah, order's an order.
now, is anybody else?
watching Hal. Yep, watching Hal take off. I'm using him as a shield.
Okay. So Marvin's following with.
I guess I better follow.
Abby,
Yep.
are you coming out as well?
Pop my head out. Says nothing
Like
happened.
a Doobie Brothers fan down there with all the smoke coming out of the bottom level.
You've got the two turrets are basically locked onto Hal at this point. You want to swing Marvin and Rusty up behind Hal. They're trying to keep up with him. Rotclaw, you would have heard all this talking from where you are up on the upper
Yeah,
level.
I jump down and follow.
So you just zip straight down with your climbing gear.
Correct.
All right. First turn. All of the turrets are following Hal, including two further in. So there is now 4 clusters of laser sights on Hal.
Mhm.
Are we continuing at this pace?
Yeah, let's get inside quickly.
I'm going full dash.
Yep.
Full dash.
Oh yeah, I'm going full dash, no checks, no perception, nothing. So the others can do what they want, but I'm just going.
Is everybody just
Full
trying to
10.
keep up?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So navigating around small sandbag nest set up in here. You move past a few large buildings, past 2 missile silo entrances, and a few meters away is the entrance to the bunker for this base.
Is there any, for want of a better word, human-sized doors, or is it only the big doors?
So you've got the 2 big doors are the only ones that you can see on there. On the left of the main large doors, there is a terminal that you can see behind a glass hatch.
Okay.
It is currently powered down.
Okay. Now my orders were to go to the bunker, so I just hover in front of the doors. I don't even look at the turrets. I'm just hovering, looking at the doors. My subroutine has been executed.
Run past Hal, open the door.
Open which door?
Uh,
So you've got 2 massive sliding blast doors in front of you. There's no visible handles or anything like that. There is a computer terminal inset in the wall on the left-hand side of the doors.
Hal, can you cover me? And I'll make my way over to the computer.
Yep, I like fully envelop him.
So just doing everything you can to be a human shield.
No, like my arms are around him, like covering him. I'm like awkwardly, like
Literally.
almost like arms around him, hugging, body pressing against him, like I was in the Japanese metro. You know.
Yep.
Maybe a little touch of his pants, if you know what I mean. You know, like I'm giving him the full send on the hugs. Everything's going to be
What
fully
did
sent
Rusty
tonight. So
do to you?
Don't blame me for this.
What have you been teaching him?
This is the backfire of that empathy, I think.
This is an empathy.
residual empathy shit. residual code to use like some sort of stupid Star Trek reference.
So, Marvin, you see this computer terminal behind a glass hatch inset into the wall. So it's currently powered down from what you can see.
Have you tried the power button?
Tried turning it on and off again.
Yeah.
Well,
I
just
see a
turning it
power
on.
button.
So are you attempting to open the hatch, or so you're currently
Yeah.
looking through this like flush glass panel into the computer area? If you open the hatch, if you can give me a perception plus repair roll.
Perception plus repair. Not my best ones. Using my last slot. There we go. One success.
One success, okay. What you do see is there is external power connections where you could hook something up to it.
Oh, that's okay.
Hopefully.
Or me? I should be able to power that.
Yeah, I'll power. I will
Just
touch
look
Hal
me in. I've
instead.
got like a freaking nuclear reactor inside me or whatever. So
Hmm.
run me in.
Alright, Hal, stand there a second. This is gonna go way up inside.
I extend my power port, which comes from my crutch. Like
Mhm.
all cables, the same. Because my maintenance, what do you call it? Like the maintenance interface cable, or the interface cable I use for the cars also has power over Dangus.
Yeah, that makes sense.
1,000-yard stare into nothing as I attach it.
Yeah, I'm looking somewhere else while my Dangus leg extends out and sort of like it goes, and then it lowers down limply into
Marvin's
Marvin's
hand.
hand. Yeah,
Oh God.
I've
Alright.
lubricated it recently, Captain.
So
Great.
plugging Hal in, the computer boots up very slowly.
Is there any comms?
Sorry?
Is there any comms to me? Like, do I? Because I would. The reason I'm sort of butting in is because if I'm interfaced with this in any way, I'm gonna be able to react to it way before anyone else, right?
Yep. So this
So-
is a power interface only. There's no data
Okay,
input
that's
on
what I
this
was
one.
gonna ask. Is there any data? Okay, no, it's just sort of a shoehorned in power. That's fine.
Yep.
Carry on.
So slowly it boots up. Now it might take you a little bit to get into this one, being military grade stuff. Marvin, first thing, I'll get you to roll an intelligence plus science for me.
Two successes.
Two successes, okay. So based on that, that's how confident you think you are. How long do you want to spend standing here working at this?
That's a question.
So with two successes, you can get access to it, but it may take you some time. How long before you
sometimes.
cut your losses and
Well, it's fine because I'm covering. I'm like right up on your Tokyo grill, so
Oh,
you'll
yeah.
know if it goes
so-
poorly because I'll start getting shot up.
So I'll tell the others, hey, if the doors aren't open in 15 minutes, book it, and then I'll get to work.
Yep.
But
Okay.
I'm going to keep working.
You're just going to keep working? Okay. So for
Until
everybody
Hal gets
else
shot.
standing around, so you've been given the instruction of 15 minutes max. Is there anything that anybody would like to do, or are you happy standing around defending, or...
I'm gonna move around to the other side of the one. Oh no, there's no cover there, is there?
I mean, you
Maybe
got crap all
maybe
over the
Rusty
place.
could go and have a look at the turrets directly. Like if they're chill, you wouldn't go and just see whether or not you could
Stable them.
disable them, turn
Well,
them around, put
maybe
something over
Rusty.
their laser sight so they can't see.
Maybe
Yeah,
Rusty, because he knows what.
That's what I'm saying. Like, surely they've got literally got a laser sight on them that you could just put a hat over. Like these are clearly visually scanning items, so why not just cover up whatever the laser sight is? Like, how else are they detecting people?
Is this the Skyrim bucket thing?
Yeah, it actually is. It's basically, this is inspired by the Skyrim buckets over people's heads, but it has more. It has more. If it's a set in more reality than that is.
Get on it, Rusty. Where's your hat?
I think we have some sticky tape in a bag.
I've got my poncho.
Yeah, that could work.
Yours is probably the last one left.
No, I've got a poncho still. Thank you.
I still have mine.
Hey, I thought you had. I thought that one went up in flames because it was soaked in petrol.
Maybe was that my poncho?
Was that your poncho or was
Yeah.
that Rockclaw's? I can't remember.
I think it was Rocklaw's poncho because he threw it over me. Why would I throw a
I think it was
poncho
a
over
tent.
myself?
No, there was the tent as well.
Yeah, there was
Ah,
a tent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was the
Rocklaw put
poncho
his-
that caused the fire.
Oh. Yeah, but it was in my guts.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. No, it's fine. I'll get rid of my poncho. I've heard enough. The poncho's gone. Carry on.
So
That was important inventory management. So
Alright,
poncho
so-
check.
Rusty and Rockclaw are going to take a look at a turret. Is that correct?
Is it a turret each, or are we going on one?
Well, I think you should go each because then you can use two different methods.
Yep.
Now, that's fine. I'm not going to remind you of anything. I'm just here getting all up in business, so I got nothing to say.
Alright, so that's the actions of those two. Abby, are you doing anything special? So you've been given the instruction by Marvin to bail if he doesn't have access to this bunker in 15 minutes.
Okay. Vaping. What else would I be doing?
Nice.
Creating a protective smoke screen for the party, I think.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm doing.
So everybody's working on obfuscating the targeting sensors of these
Well, I'm not.
units.
Obfuscating Marvin's back.
I mean, you're acting as, well, not a human shield in that case. You're just a shield.
No, I'm shielding human.
Yeah, shielding
other way
human.
around.
Yeah, yeah, it's a bit backwards. All right. So, Rusty and Rotclaw, are you talking to each other as you're looking at these turrets independently? Like shouting out what you're finding, or how are you approaching this?
I'm trying to smash.
Oh, fuck.
Now, I reminded
Yeah.
Marvin last session, I'll remind you again, you were tasked with trying to take this place with defenses intact if possible.
No, I know, but these are internal defenses, so...
Okay. Alright, so we're taking two very different methods. Rusty, are you attempting to hack this thing or try to find a mechanical thing on it, or are you going to put a hat over its sensors, or
So we're not putting a poncho over it?
poncho over it? If you're happy
Yeah,
doing that?
sure.
believe in yourself.
Yep.
I'll
Alright.
do it.
Rusty
So you gently drape the poncho over the turret. It doesn't react at all. Rotclaw, you've got a turret that is just pointed just square at Hal. When you say you're going to smash it, what are you doing?
No, I'm not gonna smash it.
I'm thinking like hitting
some
it like
respect
you
for
used
the
to hit a
RPG
TV.
character.
Can I like try to bend it? So like I can like snap it so it's only facing upwards.
Okay, so trying to.
Well, actually, before I do anything, can
Mhm.
I first touch it? Like just try to like. Does it react
Make
if I
contact
touch it?
with it. If you
Yeah.
put your hands on it, no, it's ignoring you entirely.
Okay, so still main focus on. All right, so worst case scenario, it kills the robot. That's fine. So, all right, I'm just gonna see if I can try to actually bend it.
Okay. So in which case these have essentially got two Gatling guns on hydraulic arms on the outside, so they're going to be pretty hefty.
Okay.
So
Right, I'm pretty strong.
you're pretty strong, so give us a strength plus athletics.
Athletics. Yep. Okay. Let's use a action point for that.
Burning an action point, sure.
Well, hard to call disabling the horrific defenses burning.
That is 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. So you heave and you strain. You just barely move one of the arms on the right hand side. It changes trajectory by maybe a centimeter.
Wow.
These things are built extremely tough.
Okay, well, that's not going to work then. Do I see anything? Well, can I see where the sensor is?
Yep, so you've got a very clearly defined set of sensors on the middle of the top of the posts on these units.
Okay. Can I grab a rock and smash?
Mhm.
Sensor.
All right. In which case, we're going to be using that as a melee weapons. Smashing it in with a rock. So if you
Well,
can,
I'll use my power fist then.
okay, power fist, sure. So just give me just a straight roll for your power fist.
Uh, 17, 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. Roll damage for me. I want to see how much you can do to this thing.
33325. 3s are worth nothing, aren't they?
3s are worth nothing. So you build up all of your strength. You smash exactly where the sensors are. You got it lined up perfectly. You see the tiniest scratch on the front of the sensor glass on these.
And they haven't reacted.
Has not reacted.
Okay. I'm all out of ideas. Smashing does not work.
You could try pulling it out like a carrot.
That is
Does the
such.
mutant know what a carrot is?
I don't call mine that.
I think you should do a history roll to
if-
see what a
if-
carrot.
If
see
you
he
want to
knows
call
how he
yours a
interprets
carrot,
carrot.
that's fine. Is it a baby carrot? What are we talking here?
Roll history. Do you know what a carrot is?
Carrots do still exist in the Fallout universe. So
Yeah, they don't even that.
Oh, would a super mutant know what a carrot is?
Yeah, I call it out. Let's go.
I've just got this picture of just Marvin, sweat dripping down his forehead, like feverishly trying to figure out what he's got to
Well,
do
that's
to get
because
through
I'm
this.
like hot as shit, and I'm like all of my exhaust vents are like pouring all over him. He's just got he's actually working in 50 degrees despite it being 10 outside.
And he's just shouting out behind him, just turning his head halfway and just being like, pull it out like a carrot, and then keeps typing.
But as he's turning his head, just getting this hot blast of methane in his face.
It'd probably be towards head
heaving.
height, wouldn't it?
Yeah, my heaving body is just venting all over him. It's like the fans are going ape shit because I'm running a cooling cycle at the moment.
All right, so at this point, it's been 10 minutes. The turrets, all at once, aim at the ground, and then reset back to all of them pointing straight south. Including the one that has a poncho over the top of it now. You've still got 5 minutes left on Marvin's call. Marvin, I'm not sure if you would have even noticed that with what you were focusing on.
No, but I'm making sure he can't see that. I don't want any distractions.
Yep. The rest of you, are you doing anything?
I'm going to go hide behind the cover that's up north.
So top of screen?
Yes.
Yep. All right, Abby, are you standing out in the open still?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got a good smoke screen going on.
With your vape?
Yep. Rusty, are you still just hanging out? Waiting?
I don't know. What's going on with these turrets?
It was only a limited.
reset?
It was only a limited time.
Oh. So we're sweet now?
Sure. I'm hiding. So
I'll hide behind Rockclaw.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so you're hiding behind Rockclaw?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to say you have dashed to get behind cover with Rockclaw. Marvin?
Any other turrets move?
The turrets are currently, all of them, they're all aiming down 45-degree angle to the ground, and they're all pointing exactly the same direction, west. South. With that, Marvin, you hear a ping, and you have made it through the encryption on that computer. You are spamming the open door function. The lights at the top of the doors come on, and you start hearing this ungodly shrieking sound as these doors slide apart that have not moved in 200 years.
Apologies, that was just me.
And it takes about 10 seconds for those doors to screech back wide open. And at that point, all of the turrets turn and aim at the closest party members. So there is one pointed at Abby, one pointed at Hal, two pointed at Hal, two pointed at Abby. So Hal and Abby, you both have two sets of... Abby has one set of laser dots and one set that is lit up on the inside of a poncho, making it glow red on the front of the turret. You all have one action that you can do.
I would like to take some jet to get 2 actions.
All right, so Abby first.
I'm just to leave you with one action. You take jet to get an action.
So Jet
What are you
uses a
gonna do
minor
after
action,
Jet?
and it gives you an extra major action per
Ah.
turn after that for the next 10
I
turns,
was
I think
gonna
it
say
is.
that feels really counterintuitive. Okay, that makes sense.
So, Abby, what would you like to do? The doors are now open on the bunker.
I think I'm gonna make a run for inside.
So, being close enough, you are able to sprint inside the darkness of the bunker. There are no lights inside the entrance. So you are running off into darkness at that point. But you do make it out of line of sight as the path inside the bunker entrance is a hard angle down. So you can quickly break line of sight. Next up, Rusty, cowering behind the barricade with Rocklaw. What would you like to do?
Is there hold actions in this?
Yep.
I will hold my action so that when Rocklaw moves, I will move and stay behind him.
Mm-hmm. So
Wow.
you're using him like a shield? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm happy for that. Well, Rocklaw's up next. So Rocklaw, what would you like to do?
All right. Being that the door's open,
And you've just
I'm
seen Abby sprint
gonna
inside.
run in. I'm gonna dash, run in. Can I get inside with my minor and my major if I'm running?
Yeah, I would say easily.
Yep, cool.
Yep. So Rotclaw and therefore Rusty have sprinted in. After Abby broke line of sight, all 4 turrets are now aiming at Hal. Marvin, you are up next.
Alright, so I want to take some Jet first.
Mm-hmm. So that gives you 2 major actions.
So while under the influence of Jet, I want to see on the computer if there's anything to do with the turrets that I could turn off on this monitor.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so after huffing Jet, your mind is absolutely racing. You know exactly what it is that you want. And you are flying through with the added assistance of your extra finger. You can type like a maniac. So if you can give me an intelligence plus science roll.
Three successes.
You find a section on turret control. It does state seek administrator login. If you want to spend your next major action, you can then try to bypass that.
Yep, let's do it.
Mm-hmm. It does mean that you will not be able to sprint. You will be left with 1 minor action, so you will be able to put down the keyboard and then jog in at the last second.
He's taking his hand off the chess piece.
He's taken his hand off the chess piece, so give me another intelligence plus science roll.
I'm going to burn an action point for this one.
Yep.
Oh, 3 successes again.
3 successes, so you almost instantaneously. You're scanning, got it, bypassed completely. Turret control friendly. Once again, you're not sure for how long.
Straight away, friend. Everyone's a friend again.
Smash the friend button, and all of the turrets, they're still aiming at Hal. We will move to Hal's turn. Are you staying there? Oh, sorry, Marvin. You could move at that point. Are you staying where you are?
No, I'm going to start walking in.
Start walking in.
Oh,
Casual.
yeah, I'll shadow him.
Yep. All right. and Hal shadows you in. And all of you collectively as a group enter the bunker of the military base into the darkness. So give me just a moment to change these boards over.
Oh, I didn't expect to see Jack.
So does Hal have a torchlight built in?
I've got laser eyes.
I think we decided that he's got torch eyes, yeah.
Great.
And then you've got two people that do have flashlights, so you know, you do have sources of light, you are walking down into pure darkness where you are.
Okay.
I do have a flashlight, so I'm going to pull it out and turn it on.
Nice.
And since
I'm
you
gonna
were
plug my
you were
flashlight
first
and
in,
turn it on.
it's very different to getting your flashlight and turning it on.
I'm pushing it against Marvin's back, and I feel like a sucking motion. It's like
Is it one of those
lamprey.
auto ones that pulsates the whole time, or just to make it really awkward?
Yeah, it's just in the darkness. It's just random lamprey just like sucking and felching at his back. Apologies.
Worse, I'm
Thank
on
you.
speed. I'm on jet, so I'm feeling even worse.
I can feel the colours, and I don't like these colours.
I don't like them at all.
These are the naughty colours.
I got punished last time I saw these colours.
I punish myself for some of it.
Yeah, you do. Alrighty. So you progress into the darkness.
Darkless, my old friend.
My old friend Hal, as you were the last one in, shielding Marvin, pulsating the whole way. You did not hear any gunfire as you came in.
Yeah, well, that's because my good chum did not stuff up.
Mhm.
Never had a doubt. I believe in my captain. I have faith in my captain.
So,
Captain.
Abby, with your flashlight turned on, heading down this dark tunnel, as you become accustomed to it, you do notice that about every 20 to 30 meters, there are very, very dull red lights at ground level on each side of the walls of the tunnel. Based on that, you continue down for what is multiple minutes. And you're estimating that you've probably traveled down this ramp for about 200 meters into the ground. As you've gone past about the 50-meter point, the radios that you're carrying hiss and end with static. So none of them appear to be functioning down here at all.
Makes sense.
Well, that's to be expected.
Yeah.
You finally see up ahead the floor flattens out again. It's been a solid ramp this entire time, the whole way down. It flattens out into an area that's the ceiling is raised up quite a long way above you, and looming up out of the darkness, you see a US military armored personnel carrier ahead of you.
New car.
In what appears to be a large garage type area as the entrance to this bunker. So there is a set of controls ahead of you.
Got a dungeon crawl ahead of us. I'm
Yeah.
jonesing for a dungeon crawl too. Let's go.
I was talking to you about this a month or two ago, Elfman.
Yes. And I remember every word of it.
So as you approach, the APC is parked off to one side. There is a lot of other parking spots in this garage area, but it looks like the majority of the vehicles have been removed. There is a set of controls on the wall next to the entrance doors. Up ahead, what would you like to do?
Looks like a job for Marvin. Get in there.
Get in there, boy.
I'll have a look. Still running off my jet.
That would have conked
Worn
out
off?
probably about 2 minutes ago. It only lasts for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You will
the
feel
rubber's
like
so
shit now for
slow.
about the next 6 hours.
Oh,
Because the whole point of
Boy.
jet is you just keep taking it to avoid the low.
Man, you go through a lot of jet if you needed to hit every minute.
That's the point.
It's
Have
like
you
a
not played
restaurant.
Fallout
thing
2?
is,
Yeah, but I never hit that much jet.
I'm talking about the
Have I
storyline
played?
with... Yeah, anyway.
Have I played?
What was his name? Byron? Byron?
Question.
Moira. I don't
Myron.
remember. Byron.
Myron. Moira loves
Not
Byron.
Moira, not Byron. It's Myron. Yeah.
Myron.
Yeah, he's the one
so is
who,
there,
quote, discovered jet.
so is there like a terminal, or it's just 2 locked doors?
So it's not a full computer terminal. It's just buttons and bits and pieces on here. Now, as you got 2 successes when you open this place up, so just as you get close to the controls, Marvin,
Mhm.
2 little downlights turn on just above you, illuminating the area, making it easier for you to work. So if you want to spend some time going over these controls, trying to figure out how they work, if you can give me a perception and repair roll.
And repair.
Waiting for Marvin again.
2 successes.
2 successes, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the doors ahead of you slide aside, and at that you see a hallway directly in front of you that goes east and it goes west.
Go west.
Motion for the others to
131719.
come over and pick a direction.
Yep.
Gonna hang back, nursing my hangover.
So if I could get everybody to give me a perception plus repair roll.
Oh,
3 fails. Critical fail.
This is matching the RP.
1 critical fail.
Oh, there's a floor.
2 failures.
oh my goodness! 2 failures. And I had to get 14.
Come on, Abby. What was that? Perception plus repair.
They did a really good job on this wall.
Well, that's it. We're done here. Unable to fail. Mechanic failed.
So as the doors open, you hear some small rumbling sounds that you would hear in any kind of industrial complex, like the sound of liquids going through pipes and vibrations from something rattling like an air conditioning duct or something.
That's just me. They hear that all the time.
Now Marvin's hanging back. Let's go marching order. Who's going in first?
Well, I assume it has to be me, doesn't it?
Good assumption.
Rusty's. Oh, okay.
I ain't going first.
All right.
All right. Hal first. Hal, which way are you wanting to go? You can either go left or right.
Right.
Heading right. So what you will see is a doorway straight ahead of you. There was a doorway on the north wall as well of the hallway. Is all you spotted in that quick move in and turn.
I'd like to use detect magic on the door, please. I'd like to point out in D&D, there's only ever doors if something horrible is going to happen. No one ever talks about doors. There's not something horrific.
I'm half tempted to come up with really detailed descriptions for every door from now on.
What material is this door?
You'll notice the intricate carvings on this door.
Oh, dwarven carvings?
Yeah, something like that.
Is it actually intricate? What's on this door?
Sorry.
Focus?
So, this is a metal door. What you see on it is danger, stand clear.
Stand clear.
Pneumatic door.
Oh, okay. Opens in. Right. Orders, Captain. It appears to be a door of the inward opening metallic variety.
What are you waiting for? Open it.
Very well, Captain. I put out my paw and open the door. I am holding my dead man switch grenade in. I'm actually holding up both arms, the Molotov arm and the dead man arm. They're both being held up as the
Like
Ripper
aggressively?
arm is what I used. You kind of hook the Ripper around the handle and open the door because I'm like primed and ready to slam these. Basically, what I'm doing here, I'm preparing an action. I'm going to slam a Molotov down on the ground and slam the door closed again. If anything is behind this door that is living or moving.
Moving?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, basically, if I see motion, it's getting Molotoved and I'm slamming it closed again. If it's right in front of me.
So you pull the handle on the door. It does not move.
Orders, Captain.
Who's our lockpick expert?
You got a couple.
I think dead.
Mine's 3.
Mine's 6.
You got Rocklaw's decent. You've got Abby's decent.
Anybody else?
I think Rocklaw's the best then.
All right. Rockwell, I think you should go and have a try at lockpicking that door.
All right, let's give it a go.
I don't move out of the way, so he has to kind of push past me.
I'll push him to the side.
Wow. Saw it live. I didn't like it. Someone's on the take.
I feel like that's the actual reaction that would happen.
Where was it's like the Hulk hitting Thor in Avengers, like smash.
All
right, okay.
So
no, what am I rolling? Sneak and lockpick and what?
So first thing, you've got to figure out where the locking mechanism even is on this door. This is a big metal pneumatic door that's probably blast proof.
Right.
That's in a military base. So if you can give me a perception plus sneak roll first.
Perception and sneak.
This
Yep.
is just you trying to figure out where the hell to insert a lockpick.
Yep. That is 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay, so you generate 1 action point, and you find on the side, and you can note this for future doors that you're approaching within this bunker. You spotted in the top left-hand corner there is a release point for these doors. If you can then give me an agility plus sneak to then attempt to have that release.
All right. Let's use an action point.
Sure.
We have 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. So it's difficult. You haven't worked on one of these in a very long time yourself, but you manage it after a bit of work. You pull hard down on your lever and you hear the ptsh, and the door releases and slides away.
And that pitch sound, does like Howl react to that? Throw his Molotov?
That's a good question. Hal was looking for something moving after opening the door.
No,
Was the statement?
I know what pneumatic release sounds like. Jeez,
Yeah.
I'm a robot.
Okay. He said anything, so
He said something moving after he opens the door. So
Okay.
Yeah, that's still in play.
that's fine. So the
It's
door
not in
is
open, it's the air, right?
yeah. So it's released. The door's opened. You can see a hallway that turns north. In front of you is another door, and then there's another 2 doors further along on the eastern wall.
Orders, Captain.
I'll go up to the first one and just try to open it.
Maybe one door at a time. You know, we don't know what we're going to come across in here.
Yep, I mean, the mutant barged ahead, so it is what it is.
Yep. Hal, are you sticking with Rocklaw or just waiting back?
Well, no, sir, no. The mutant barged ahead, and that's their prerogative. That's all I can say.
All right. Rocklaw, what are you doing with this door?
Try to open it up like I did before.
Are you just trying to open
See if it's open.
Okay, see if it's open to start with.
Mhm.
So this door, you notice as you're going for the handle, on the handle itself, it has a very small LCD panel. Now, Rotclaw can't read, can he?
I believe that was the RP. No, cannot read. In fact, I believe he got angered every time he saw words. If I recall correctly.
If we recall correctly.
So I think I smash when I see words.
You smash when you see words? Okay. So you can see something that's written and it scrolls across. It's like one of those really low resolution LCDs.
It's antagonizing you.
And it just keeps scrolling across. Are you reacting to that?
Smash.
Smashing it? Okay. So first off, if you can give me an attack roll with your power fist.
Power fist?
Yep. I mean, unless you're using your other hand, that's fine.
I know. 2 successes.
2 successes? Okay. And then roll damage to see how badly you mess this handle up.
1, 2, 4, 5, and 6.
So the LCD panel shatters on this.
Nice.
The door still doesn't open.
Well, do you know what? All of that makes sense. So I don't even react it. I just move up the hallway.
Mhm.
Because nothing I saw there was illogical.
All right. So Hal, you're moving up the hallway. So you're going to the next door, right?
I'm not going to go to the end of the hallway there. I want to look at the shit pile.
So as you proceed up the hallway, you see that the path ahead is caved in. So access to this part of the bunker has been cut off. It is heavy rubble from floor to ceiling. You can't see a path through. But just before the end of that rubble, there is a door.
Orders, Captain? Oh, actually, no, I have my orders. It's one door at a time. And I think, based on the logic that I understand, that door has been completed. So I will attempt to manipulate the door by actuating the presumed visible handle.
Okay. The handle is pulled. Once again, it's a pneumatic sliding door. It opens and slides away.
Obviously, primed and ready.
Revealing to you a large barracks with a Protectron patrolling.
Okay, Molotov away.
Molotov away.
Yeah,
all right, so
if
roll to
used
hit.
in moving. Yeah, well, it is what it is, isn't it? So that is failure. Critical.
So you go to let go of the Molotov. You get confused as to whether you're letting go of your dead man switch or the Molotov, and you finally let the Molotov go and fumble it. It falls at your feet, going off. Roll for damage.
Okay. 4 and burning. Do I presume that I take said 4 damage?
So you take 4 energy damage, and you are now on fire.
Okay. I use my movement to move back out into the hallway and say, "Orders, Captain."
So you'd basically come back down to Abby and Rotclaw on fire.
Yeah. Well, is that physical damage?
That is energy damage.
Oh, that's gross. Okay.
Fire is energy.
So I only twist it. I only twitch a little bit. Then it's a pity. If it was physical, I could just tank it. Almost tanking.
With that, we are in initiative order. This will be Abby. Will be up first.
Okay. If I move, I can't aim, correct? That's the
Correct.
okay.
Or you can spend an action point on giving yourself an extra minor action, which would allow you to move, then aim, then use your major action.
Are we full?
You've got 1 action point total.
Okay. Well, I'm going to move just beside the door so I can kind of
just doing a little pop out.
Poke my head in and aim. Like I can aim from there and go, yep, I know where I've got to go.
So that's ready for next round?
No, I use an action point.
Using an action point. Excellent.
And from there, I'm going to then throw. So I can see where I've got to go. Two successes.
Yep, easy. So roll for damage.
This is spear. 7 plus an effect.
Which you have. What have you got on that? You've got piercing and vicious. Was it just one effect?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've tangled with protectrons before. You know exactly where to hit this one and make it hurt. The spear thuds right between some of the joints and hits the exposed wires and bits and pieces, and is lodged in the protectron. Up next is Rusty. Have you come forward at all while everybody's investigating doors, or were you hanging back in the garage initially?
I was going with people.
So if we
Is
say
there
we
a
start you off down
fire
here.
extinguisher around?
Ooh, good question. In which case, if you want to give me a perception plus repair roll, just to see if there's a fire
Okay.
extinguisher on the wall somewhere.
Should be good. Ugh. 2 successes.
Okay, so on your way moving up the hall, you instinctively, you've worked in a lot of military places before, barely even glance, grab a fire extinguisher on your way past. Are you wanting to use that straight away, or
Yeah, on Hal.
straight away on Hal? Yep. There's a question. What type of fire extinguisher would this be?
Right, it'd be an AB.
Which is
What's that mean
carbon
for
dioxide, isn't it?
regular Joes?
Yeah, it'd just be the regular one because you're in a garage there, so it's gonna be for like fuel fires and oil fires and shit.
Bits
So
and
that'd be
pieces.
considered
Yep.
top, yeah.
That's a new one. I need to make a table for fire extinguishers. Excellent.
Do you realize
I like the idea.
you can do it? You can self-gratify with that one.
Correct. So you have trained for this for a long period of time. You know how to work all this equipment easily. You spray out the fire quickly on Hal. Rotclaw.
Yep.
Can you give me an endurance plus medicine roll? Because you'd be caught in the fray of this. You're just trying to breathe through this as it happens.
Medicine 0. So 1 success.
1 success. Okay, so you're unaffected by it. You're standing tall enough to be out of most of the vapor. Fire is extinguished on you, Hal. That was awfully nice of Rusty to do. Rotclaw, it is your turn.
Okay, the Protectron hasn't actually fired it, has he?
No. He literally walked a step inside the barracks, and then Hal fumbled his Molotov.
All right.
Yeah,
I am
taking hostile act against it, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to do anything just yet.
Mhm.
If he tries to attack, I'll open fire.
Okay. Yep. Are you moving at all, or are you staying down that end of the hallway?
I'll move up towards the door so that way I can
halfway?
Yeah, about halfway.
Okay. Easy. Just so you got a line on that doorway. Up next is Marvin. You're nursing a hangover.
Hearing all the gunshots and everything going on, I am gonna go into the corridor, but look the opposite way and hold an action to shoot anything that might come from the opposite direction.
Okay.
Oh. I've already got 6.
So I'm just thinking you wouldn't have actually heard any gunshots yet. You would have heard a Molotov, so glass shattering. If you've got exceedingly good hearing, you might have heard the thunk as a spear goes into a robot, and then you would have heard a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, something just tells me there might be something going on.
Yep. All right, so you've moved into the hallway. You are ready for anything that comes from that direction. As you move into that hallway, you also notice on your right there is a door. Further down the hall is another door on the left-hand side. Hal, it has come back to you because you had the surprise attack.
Well, my captain's engaged, so I'm going to go back up and see. Certainly. Oh, well, firstly, tell me my observations when I go in the room, because I'm going back in the room.
Yep, so you would make it just inside the room. So what you see is there are multiple bunk beds with foot lockers at the ends of them. Straight ahead is the Protectron, who has just come out of a robot pod.
Ooh, handy.
And there is a jukebox and a little bit of a rec area for the soldiers that might have been living in this base previously.
But I guess importantly, the most important thing is that my captain has lodged a spear in it.
And there's a big barbed spear sticking out of the middle of this this Protectron.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm going to engage if I have enough length. I assume I should have enough. Actually, I don't know. I may not have enough distance.
It's going to be a close shot. If you're standing back a bit, I'll give that to you. Say popping it through the door.
Ripper.
Oh, sorry, with the Ripper. Yeah, you'd still be a bit far back.
Okay. Is Abby in the room?
Abby is out in the hallway. She was just like ducking around the corner.
I'll go out with my captain, but I intend on holding the door, giving her the hold door treatment.
So you're creating a barrier?
He is my... Oh, Christ. What was the kid's name? Three-eyed raven kid.
Bran.
Bran, yeah. She's my Bran.
Okay, and you're Hodor.
Yeah.
I still have not gotten over it. Hold the door!
There's some fucking lore with that, isn't there? Or was that in the show where, like, as a kid?
Yeah.
Like,
they go through the whole thing in the show. Yeah.
Yep, okay.
Yeah, he's the nicest guy ever, and Bran treats him like absolute fucking shit. Yes.
Yeah, well, Three-eyed Raven's a piece of shit, but let's not go down that route.
Anyway, you are standing revving a Ripper in the doorway, looking as hostile as possible.
Yeah, long revs. Not little remote
ones. The Protectron clanks forward, moving awkwardly, considering it has a spear sticking out of it. As it's walking towards you, Hal, it lets off both lasers from its hands. So the first one will hit you for 8 points with piercing of energy damage.
Is that -1 to the... If with piercing, does that mean I lose 1
You lose 1 energy resistance, yes.
All right.
The second shot goes into the door frame next to you.
For those playing at home, I am down to 4 hit points. Captain, I appear to be in quite a bad way.
Then get out of sight and then go and get Marvin to heal you.
Yeah, I ain't got no
I'm going to deal with this.
tickets.
Okay. Understood, Captain.
Now, at this point, Marvin, can you... Marvin and Rusty, you're both in that zone. Can you give me a perception plus repair roll?
Okay.
Plus repair. Oh, fuck, 2 nat 20s.
I got 2 successes.
Rusty, you have just put down the fire extinguisher. Behind you, down the hallway, you can hear some clanking from robots. And with that, we come back to Abby. It is your turn.
Okay. I think he's in pretty clear sight. Need to really look at him, but I'll aim.
Are you throwing? Because it is more difficult for you to throw at point blank range.
I can throw my tomahawk.
Mhm.
You want me to move back?
Yep, that's
Because
fine.
I feel like I
Whatever
could
you
still
want to
throw a
do.
tomahawk. Maybe not a spear, but I
Yep.
could throw a tomahawk at him.
Tomahawk would be fine.
Okay. Aim. No. 2 successes. Mm-hmm. 76. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 4 effects. All the effects.
After Hal taking 2 blasts of laser fire, you come around the corner, aim up with your tomahawk, lodge it clear through the middle of this Protectron's head, and it comes out the back.
Good.
And it collapses backwards.
There you go. Knife to a gunfight works. Who would have thought?
Guys, it's more on the way.
I haven't played that yet.
Causing's more on the way.
There's a moron in the way. Now look at the view.
So up next is Rusty. What would you like to do?
Does that hallway curve around, bend around? Sorry, the sound is coming from.
So it's coming from
the
towards
left
Marvin.
side.
So you're hearing sound coming from this direction.
Could you point on the? Yeah. There's no that
Proximate.
hallway doesn't bend around, does it?
No. As you glance down there, and I don't have enough tokens to indicate it, but you notice that there is recessed in, back a little bit, is a door.
Yeah, I'd like to try and lock the door if that's possible.
Okay, so if you run down past Marvin,
Yeah.
you've got one door here, you've got another door here, you've got another door on the other side. So which one are you trying to lock?
The one that's next to me right now.
Mm-hmm. So this one is quite a large, very wide door. What are you trying to lock it with? You trying to reverse pick it?
What's the handle on it?
So these ones are pneumatic metal doors, big
Well, I
sliding
can't
ones.
do nothing with that.
So
Okay, I'll have a look at the other 2 doors.
with your like engineering style knowledge, you would have an idea of how these work to a point.
So I'd be able to try and.
Yep. So first off, I would say if you can give me a perception plus repair roll.
Okay.
Just to try to identify what, like, so Rocklaw's already approached it from a door cracking point of view.
Yeah.
You're approaching it from an engineering point of view.
I only got 1 success.
1 success, so that's enough to be able to spot where it is that you need to work. Are you going to try to mechanically just seal this door?
Does that mean break the?
Essentially, you're going to break the mechanism, yes.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
To try to force it to seal. So in which case, if you can give me... Sorry, how? What was that?
No, that's all right. I just said we're going to live in here forever.
So if you can give me an agility plus repair roll.
Agility. Yeah, 12. One success, but I got a 20, which is a complication.
Okay. So, as far as you can see, you have wrenched down hard on the locking mechanism. You believe you've done enough damage to it to stop the door from opening. At this
Yeah, I
point.
may have done that a bit hastily. Hey, oh well, I've done it.
Yeah, hands off the chest piece.
Yeah.
That's all right. So up next is Rotclaw. So you would have just seen the Protectron fall to the ground as Abby's lodged a tomahawk through it.
Okay. I was going to say, because I had that held action, so that didn't go off.
It didn't go off. You would have just seen the Protectron like
as it happened,
barely
yeah.
poke its head through and then fall back again.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
so
already very dead. So
there's a door next to me.
Yep. So you've got one door on your right.
Yeah.
Sorry. One door on your right, and then you've got the one that you've already tried to access.
All right, I'm going to try to get through the other door.
Okay. So Rusty has called out to you that there's more coming.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yep. So what are you going to do? Are you just going to try the door?
Just try the door, see
Try
if
the
it's
door
open.
first. Yep.
Yeah.
So you try the door and it releases and slides open.
Nice.
And inside, sorry, it's a little further down. Straight ahead of you, you see a couch in a sort of half back room. On your left is an office sort of area, like a front office, with a computer and a radio. And up on the wall is a very large United States flag.
As it should be.
Might just angle it
All
a
right.
little bit so you can see a little bit better. Just
Oh,
realize the doors like were disappearing into a sliver.
Okay. Let's
Doesn't
go
look
in.
like a United States flag to me.
It's pretty
that
close. It's pretty old.
That is the Fallout United States flag. It was made up of 12 Confederate nations within the US at the time of the war.
I'll go in the room and have a look.
Okay, so with one action, I would say that you can move into the room and choose one thing to investigate. What are you looking at?
The desk with the computer.
So you're looking in the desk or at the computer or? Because we're in combat here, so I'm letting you do one action's worth. This is one quick action.
No, that's right. I don't know anything about a computer, so I'll have a look at the desk.
So you open up the drawers on the desk. Let me bring that up. You find a few bits and pieces, a couple of holotapes, and writing implements, things like that.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep. Up next is Marvin. With your hangover, you didn't hear shit earlier.
But I did see Rusty weld the door
Completely.
basically.
Yep. Destroy the mechanism on the door. Yep.
So I'm just gonna slump on the ground and with my rally, just go, great job, Rusty. Just sort of lay on the floor with a thumbs up.
Lying
Not
on your
really
back or
aware
on
of
your
what's
stomach?
going on. On my back.
On your back. You are enjoying the cool, glossy concrete that's below your back. It feels quite nice with the state that you're currently in. With that, can you give me a charisma plus speech roll?
I feel motivated from that. That's for sure.
Where's my stat? One success.
One success, you generate 1 action point for the group.
That seems about right.
So you're now prone in the most compromising position I think you can put yourself in. That's good. Hal 9001. You've just had a tomahawk fly past you into the
That's all right.
Protectron and destroy that.
Well, given we're in combat. Well, I don't know I'm in combat. Technically, I don't know we're in combat, right? So I'm just going to move forward into the room.
So, in which case, I'm giving you 6 seconds to make a decision on what you're doing. Yep.
Well, I'll move forward into the room and attempt to interface with the Protectron station. Or at
With
least I wanna see if
the
it's
charging?
active.
Yep.
I just want to see whether or not it's active or not.
Yeah. All right. Look, I'm not going to make you roll for that. You see that it is powered up. It's ready to go. Are you going to plug yourself in? What are you wanting to do?
Yeah, because again, I don't know we're in combat. I'm nearly dead. So yeah, I'm just plugging myself in.
Okay. So you bundle yourself in. The doors attempt to close around you twice before they realize that you're too big. Because you're not really built for these pods specifically, but they do still work. And you begin charging.
Okay, no problem.
Top of the round, Rusty and Marvin, can you give me a perception plus repair roll, please?
There we go. 2 successes.
2 successes, okay. Rusty?
Am I coming through?
You are now.
Yeah. 2 successes.
2 successes, okay. You can hear on the other side of the next door up on the right, the clanking is getting closer. And with that, we are at the top of the round. So, Abby, what would you like to do? You just killed a Protectron.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go in and collect my gear. I don't suppose that there is really anything to search on a Protectron.
You can salvage them out of combat. It does take a bit of time, but you can rip parts out of them.
Okay, so is that it for my action, or can I look under the bed?
Are they monsters?
So under the beds is nothing that you can see, but there are foot lockers at the ends of each of the beds. There's a lot more than there is pictured.
Sorry, okay, so I can't see that.
So this is the type of setup that you're currently looking at.
Okay, so can I look at the lockers then?
Yep, you can start going through the lockers. I'm going to say that it will take you a couple of turns if you want to go through them all.
Yeah, no, I'll spend that time because I don't know what's going on. As far as I'm concerned, the fight was over.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So we'll lock out that next turn unless extenuating circumstances happen for Abby. All right, Rusty. You've heard clanking on the other side of the next door.
Maybe I will just lie down on the ground, get my gun out, and just hold an action.
Alright.
And I've had enough.
So, assuming
I can't hold a gun up, I don't think.
this would be the only way you'd be able to fire your rifle accurately at the moment.
Yeah.
So getting down prone, ready for anything that moves.
Comes through
Yep.
that door. Yeah.
All right. Rockclaw. So you've basically you've pulled out the drawers. You've found bits and pieces.
I'm gonna go over to the couch.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna lay on the couch.
Just lay down.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, I don't know, and as I said, like I don't actually know that we're still in combat. So, yeah, I'm gonna just
chilling?
just chill and
Mhm.
just play with my gun. Yeah, stroke it.
Show that you're happy with it.
Yeah. Give the happy feeling to the gun.
Yep. Okay. Up next, Marvin. Rusty has joined you lying on the floor.
Now, I actually heard the clanking this time, and
You
I'm
did.
still in my hangover, and I know which direction it is, so I'm going to sit up and shoot the door.
Okay. Yep. All right. So first thing, if you can give me an attack roll. And are you just trying to hit the door, or what are you trying to do?
Yeah, just hitting the door.
Okay.
I think it's open. I think something's coming through it. I don't know better. 2 successes.
Jesus.
2 successes. Okay. So you do hit the door. Can you roll for damage, and I'll see whether any shots get through or anything like that.
Where's the thing? That is 7 damage with 1 effect. Using the laser rifle.
Mm-hmm. All right. So next thing I will have you roll is if you can roll me a luck plus energy weapons.
Energy weapon. 1 success.
1 success. Okay.
Oh,
So
actually, yeah, 1.
you rip a burst at the door. The door itself soaks up most of it. In your hungover state, you do have a little bit of recoil. A couple of the shots from your burst hit the wall at the end of the hallway and go straight through it. It's a faux wall, and part of it crumbles away like it's just like painted gyprock made to look like brickwork, and a small section falls away. Are you doing anything else for this turn? Are you moving, or? I mean, that would involve you getting up. That's about all the movement you'd be able to do, or are you staying down?
Yeah, I'm staying down, but now more in a like actual.
You've rolled over to a proper prone position. Yep. Okay.
I'm hoping everyone heard that.
Hal 9001, you've plugged yourself in.
Yeah, but am I cognizant when I'm in this state?
You take a moment and you do go into a lower perception state. It's like a meditation-ish.
Did I hear the psychos shooting at walls and doors?
Let's roll a perception plus energy weapons to see if you heard Marvin, because he's the only one who's actually fired anything yet. 1 success? Okay. I would say that yes, you heard it. Whether you react to it, it's up to you.
Yeah, I'll unplug because I was under the impression that we weren't fighting. So
yep.
If I have the ability to do a minor, I will.
Yep, I would say that you could then move from here.
Yep, I'll move out into the hallway. and off towards Clown 1 and Clown 2. Do I see them lying on the ground, or are they a little bit further? They're around the
No,
corner.
they're down and around the corner, so you can't see them from here. All right.
Yeah, well, that's all for me. Yeah.
The door ahead of you, Marvin and Rusty, slides aside, and a Protectron clanks out into the hallway. Rusty, your held action would trigger at this point, so if you want to roll to hit.
All right. That is. Sorry, is it perception?
It's whatever your target number on your weapon is.
12, so
12. You're rolling against it.
2 successes.
2 successes? Okay, so from your...
Oh, actually 3, because I rolled a 4, which is less than 6, my tag.
So in which case you generate 2 action points. In your prone position, you've trained with your rifle extremely well in this position as well. And you manage to dump a shot at a critical point on it. If you can roll damage for me.
Yeah. 8. Alright, no, sorry, as in 8 dice.
Yep.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage with 3 effects.
Okay, what have you got? You've got piercing on that, so... You plant a solid hit into his center mass. Sparks flying out of him. He's still progressing.
Yeah. Pretty strong, those Protectrons.
Are you wanting to use your minor action for...
That's what I should have done. I should have aimed. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's all right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're back to top of round. So Abby.
Okay, so I've clearly seen how suddenly come out of his charger and go out the door, and I'm assuming I also heard a shot.
Well, first thing, if you want to roll perception and either energy weapons or small guns. 0 for both, is it? So just roll perception. See whether you noticed the gunfire a lot further down the hall.
2 successes.
2? Okay, so first thing, you generate an action point. You did notice both sets of gunfire, and you noticed Hal all of a sudden unplug himself and rush past you. So you're stopping, looking through the footlockers.
Yeah, and I'm gonna run as far as I can toward the noise.
Did you find anything in the footlockers to date?
So I was stating that it was going to take 2 turns in combat to be able to go through them. She'd only completed 1 turn.
Yeah, but there's like 300 lockers. Or do you mean 2 rounds of combat per locker?
So 2 rounds of combat to be able to come up with anything.
Okay, no worries. Carry on.
All right. So that is your minor and your major to get you to there.
I didn't think I'd be able to get that far, to be honest. I would rather be around the side and sort of, and peek around and figure out where my target is.
Yep. Alrighty. Rusty, you're up again. You've got this Protectron barreling down on you.
I will aim this time. And roll. Yeah, it's aspiring to hit.
Now it is increased difficulty now, just because he is getting closer.
Okay, I've gotten 0. I get a reroll with the aim. Okay, that's It's 2 hits, but hang on. One of my perks gives me another reroll, I think.
So your steady aim lets you roll 2d20 instead of 1d20. And
Oh,
then,
nice. Okay. Yep.
and then your gun nut allows you to re-roll 1d20.
Okay, so 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. So even with the increased difficulty, you don't falter. You shoot clean and true. Roll damage for me.
Yep. Because I aimed, I get to reroll 3
Mhm.
d6s. So let's reroll those. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage, 3 effects.
So is that your final answer, or are you re-rolling some of those?
Yeah, that's with my reroll.
Okay. So your shot goes clean through the Protectron. Hits a similar spot to where Marvin's laser fire hit earlier, and part of this facade wall crumbles away. A little bit further, the Protectron falls forward, ignites, and Rusty, since you were the one who got the kill, can you roll a d20 for me?
Do I have to? I'll do it. Oh no. 18.
18. So the Protectron burns for a small amount, and then a few seconds later, the flames flicker out. Not able to catch on to anything.
Not a zombie.
Nice.
And if my laptop wasn't absolutely shitting itself.
Easy mode.
So you have brutally murdered 2 Protectrons in the bunker. Look, for that, you can all have 1 XP.
I'm still sleeping on the couch.
Rocklaw's napping.
We got out of my charging port.
I didn't hear shit.
Can we loot those robots?
You're getting up straight away, running to them. Are you going to the closest one first?
Yeah.
So, as you get there, you can see through the doorway that it came through. And what you see ahead of you is a room.
The boss room. Nah, it's just a bedroom.
So this is an infirmary. So you see hospital beds lined up. One that seems to be kitted out for minor surgeries that could be performed here. You've got the robot pod for the Protectron in the corner. You've got shelves of supplies. So this is an artist's rendition of what you see ahead of you. If your focus then is on scrapping this Protectron straight away, so you start pulling it apart. Can you roll a d20 for me?
Okay. 14.
14. So you find 1 intact fusion core.
Yeah.
I can add it to my pile if you want. I've got 3 already. I'll save you a slot.
Maybe I'll carry this one in case you blow up.
If you're anywhere near me with those three going up, you won't have to worry about your fourth.
Chain reaction.
What is it? The scene from Terminator where he throws it out the window?
Out the window, yeah. So,
Inside the fridge, then that's fine.
relax.
All right. While Rusty is scrapping that first robot, takes a little bit of time. Is anybody else doing anything?
I'm
Rockclaw's
gonna
sleeping.
walk over to where Abby and Hal were, just checking out that room, assisting basically.
Yep. So Abby had come back down the hallway a bit. Are you going up to the barracks or taking Abby
Yeah, I'll
with
go
you?
back to the barracks, assuming other people are going there.
I was gonna walk back myself. Okay. Alright, I'm going back to looking through lockers then.
Okay, so you spend a bit of time going through that. Hal, are you doing anything at the same time?
Yeah, I'll go back to the charging port. Continue that sort of thing, unless otherwise instructed.
Alrighty. Plug yourself in, start charging up. Alright, so during that same time, so Abby and Marvin, once you've spent some time going through lockers and bits and pieces in the barracks, you do come across a few bits of gear in there. So you come across 4 rifle ammo. You come across 4 heavy ammo as well. And there are enough bits and pieces to cobble together a suit of combat armor.
Don't think I can hold on to any of that.
You can definitely hold on to the combat armor till we figure out who wants it.
I'm full.
Yeah. So rifle ammo you can swing down at Rusty if you want. Heavy ammo you can swing at Rockclaw. Marvin, have you got space for the combat armor?
Yep.
Yep. So this is proper military bulletproof plates and vests, a decent army helmet.
So better than metal.
It's a lot lighter and it will do a better job of protecting you than the metal armor. Metal armor's a bit clunky.
Am I able to swap into that now?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you could do that at the same time.
Was I getting rifle ammo?
Yeah, so Rusty, add 4 units of rifle ammo.
Oh, nice.
Rockclaw, add 4 units of heavy ammo. We'll just hand wave it and say that you got past that at some point. Now, Rusty, while you're just finishing up on that Protectron that's been scrapped, you've taken what you can. Were you going to head down to the other one as well?
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
If no one else is, yeah, sure.
They were focusing more on the room than the Protectron itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, as you're walking down the hallway, can you give me a perception plus outdoorsman roll, please?
Yeah.
Yeah. 8 plus 6, 14. Nice. Let's roll. I got a 6.
So that's 2. Sorry, it's not a tag. So yeah.
It's just 1.
Yep, so that's 1. Excellent.
Oh, so I meant to roll 2 dice, or just 1?
2d20, yeah.
2, yeah. Sorry, yeah. Rolling second. Yeah, nah. That's
Because it's the 2D20 system. You of all people know that.
yeah, it's getting late.
It's late. It's okay. It's fine. On your way along the hallway. For a brief second, you feel a breeze against your skin.
Just my methane port.
What does it mean?
Aircon's working.
I'd like to RP that I sound like an old air conditioning condenser. And occasionally my compressor starts at like inconvenient times.
And then
Every
it,
time we're starting, I should roll like a D20 to see if my compressor runs.
if you want to make a table for that, we'll roll that. That sounds good.
I'll think about it.
If you roll a 20, the hatch falls off entirely. It's been holding on by one screw for the past 12 years.
This was poorly made then.
All right, so Rusty, if you want to roll a d20 to see what state the Protectron carcass is in.
D20.
Just one d20 for me.
Oh, 17.
17? All right, so you manage to, once you undo the damage that the spear going through the middle of it did and bend away a couple of pieces of metal, you manage to unhook the fusion core from this unit. So that is a second fusion core.
Wow, okay. I'm going to overtake Howlett in no time.
You guys are the keepers of the power in the wasteland currently.
So when you two explode,
It'll be a chain reaction. You won't have to worry about it. That much is clear.
Yeah, that would be a... Yeah, it's no longer your problem at that point, is it?
Well, I was one bullet away from dying in that last battle.
Hal would literally stand next to me when he blew up.
Certainly would like to. No,
He'd probably hug you, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
does no one have robot repair kits?
I think we'd use them.
my last one.
Yeah, I think the last one got used. Marvin, you were carrying them, weren't you?
Yeah, I think it.
Yeah, there was one.
I used it up repairing them.
So in which case you need a better setup. You need to find somewhere that has things that allow you to repair workbenches and tools and bits and pieces. You do notice that he's looking very poorly at the moment. He's got laser burns all over him. He's got normal burns all over him. Sorry, chemical burns, yeah. Smoke and sparks coming from a few key points.
He looks fine.
He's fine. Sure, he's fine. All right. Okay. What would we like to do?
I'm curious what's behind door number 3 now. The one that I broke.
So do you want to try to access that door again?
I'll check with the party. Should we try access this door? Are you ready?
I think there was a monitor where Rocklaw is. We could check out first.
Okay.
Yep, so joining up with him. So you go past, you head into the office. So you see what Rocklaw saw earlier. There's a desk with a computer and a radio set up on it.
Throw the heavy ammo at Rocklaw to keep him happy and sit down at the computer.
Oh, I'm still asleep.
Clonk! It lands in front of the couch.
Right in the nuts.
Yep, nut tap while I go.
Sitting down at the computer, you notice that the chair here is like luxurious leather, very high-end office chair. Sitting down and pulling up to the computer. The desk itself is laid out immaculately, with all of his little title bars and things. You can see that it says Colonel Stewart
With
on.
one shortcut on the main menu, Starcraft.
I thought it'd just be Facebook. And you see a picture frame on the desk of a older gentleman standing with a young woman next to him.
His secretary. Oh,
Quick from
scandalous.
the desk, the picture falls off, and I start plugging away on the computer.
So starting up the computer, it's once again takes a little bit to power up and go through all of its processes. If you can give me an intelligence plus science roll.
3 successes.
3 successes. Okay.
Mhm.
So you have gotten your game face on, even through the hangover. You've managed to get through the initial password systems. This is the kernel that ran this base. This is his personal computer.
Colonel 32.
Yes.
Nice.
So you come up with 2 options on the computer. First one you see is surface turret control.
Yep. Go into there.
Yep. Second is play holotape.
I am going to definitely set the surface torrents to CS as friendly again.
Mhm.
Because I'm guessing this is the main computer now.
So
and
this
I'm
is the second of 3 main points that it stated it required.
pressing- Oh well, 3 better than
So
none.
when you did your initial network map, you found that the one in the tower was the first, and that there were 2 in the bunker. So this is one of the ones in the
Right.
bunker.
So I'll do that thing and then
Yep.
eject the holotape.
Playing holotape, or you just ejecting it?
Just eject it. I'll play it for the group if they want to hear it on the
Oh, yeah.
boy.
Yep.
Dinner and a show.
Uh,
Dinner.
Slap it around. Are you bringing Rotclaw for this, or are you concerned if it?
Did you wake me up or
I don't know. Did you wake up when I threw the heavy ammo at you?
no? Just bounced off
Then
my chest.
Then I'm going to leave the room, gently close the door, and head back to Abby and Hal and just let them know, hey, found a holotape on some important guy's desk.
And we think Rocklaw's dead.
And Rocklaw's asleep. He needs his 8 hours, beauty sleep for them super mutants.
Well, I have no reaction to all of that.
Yeah, you're cognitive enough that you would be able to switch on and start listening to everyone there.
Oh yeah, I understand all of that, but it all just sounded like fleshy stuff, and I don't care.
So you play the holotape. You get a transcript from the same day as the previous one that you read. This one is the evacuation report from Colonel Stewart, October 18th, 2077. We have overseen all units being evacuated successfully. All automated defenses have been upgraded and deployed correctly. I wish we could have at least left a skeleton staff here, as it worries me that what would happen if the Chinese managed to get through the front line in Alaska. But up next, my new posting in Shanghai. Signing off, Colonel
And need
Folk Stewart.
Presumptuous.
I never cared for history.
China?
What's
What?
that hearing now, sir?
Who's the China?
Suppose we better find Rusty. Make sure he's not into any trouble.
Rusty's standing right next to you. He's just finished ripping apart a Protectron.
That was a
Mention
quick
something about the
find,
door?
sir. Rusty, are you in trouble now that you are found?
No, but looks like you need to be repaired.
Ah, of course, Captain. Well, no, of course, soldier, but you know, needs must and all of that. In the end, I'm tougher than you, Fleshy, so what does it really matter?
Metal plate falls to the floor.
Go on.
Yeah, one eye falls off.
The buggered compressor starts.
You can hear it from all the way down the hallway.
Yeah.
All right. So you are in a room that has a charging port for Hal. It has a lot of beds. It is about midday at this point. What would you like to do?
Does it look like there's anything around to repair Hal with?
If you want to spend your time going through the rooms that you've gained access to, or do you want to try to access a different room? So you've still got a locked door that Rotclaw attempted to smash. You've got an open doorway where Rusty has taken a glance at the infirmary. You've got a sealed door here, and you've got a door that nobody's touched over here.
I vote for door no one is touched.
Okay. Would you like me to open, sir?
Yeah, why not?
All right, I'll proceed over.
Heading straight out.
Understand.
Alrighty, Hal. You're just going to try to open the door?
Yes, using the conventional method. I don't think we need to talk through opening a door again.
That one. So this one is not locked.
Mhm.
You open the door.
Molotov at the ready. I did ice. I needed to play. I just realized I didn't get rid of one, but I still have plenty.
So nothing moving inside here.
Oh dear God!
What you see on your right is shelves upon shelves of scrap parts and bits and pieces.
I'm already backing out. Slowly.
There is.
Like, I slowly close the
As
door.
if this is your heaven.
I don't think you're looking at the bottom of the screen.
Oh. So Molotov?
So are you just taking a quick glance and then closing it again, or?
I'm at exactly the same rate the door is opened, so mid speed. The door is closing at mid speed.
So what you saw straight ahead was a fenced off section at the back of this room. Heavy steel mesh fence with a gate in it. Inside there was a mechanic's mobile tool chest and 3 suits of power armor. So you've then closed the door again?
Yeah, okay, and there's no turrets in there?
Would you like to give me a perception plus, let's say, outdoorsman in this case?
Yep, and of course that would be definitely a double failure. Although I'm getting better at it, but no, it's still a double failure.
Yep. So you have not seen any turrets in there.
Okay. Captains can report many shelves of scrap metal and multiple sets of power armor of the and rolling history, which was what was it?
So intelligence plus science.
Yep, we're rolling it for 4. Which was of the T222-11 variety.
Oh,
Yep.
sweet. And without a second thought, I'm going to go into the room and open the door wide open. Based on everything Hal told me, that sounds fantastic.
Mm.
I'd say collect yourself some power armor.
Yeah, a new variety.
All right. So Marvin, you're going into this room. On your right is multiple tool chests of every possible concoction to be able to maintain power armor and vehicles. You've got a computer terminal in the back corner. And straight ahead of you, you have a steel heavy mesh fence with 3 suits of power armor behind it.
Looking at the fence, can I probably tell if it's locked?
So it's got a gate in the fence that leads into that area. So there is a keypad to be able to input a code.
I'll hook up the Pip-Boy to it if I can and try to brute force through it.
So taking a look at it, there's nowhere to plug in your Pip-Boy. So this is like those the mechanical key locks where the buttons kind of clunk in.
Oh, they're
as you
so
press them.
easy. If you don't,
So do you want to take a closer look at it?
Yeah.
No. Oh, you might.
Sorry, Marvin would like to take a closer look at the keypad.
Yeah,
So that's the keypad that you're seeing ahead of you.
Oh.
Okay, easy.
All right.
1343.
Yeah, I'll do 1343
I believe you then have to hit star.
and then star.
Uh,
Thanks, Hal.
All right, so you
Hey.
press in the 1 and it jiggles and clunks because they're horrible buttons. And you hit the 3 and it jiggles and clunks, and you hit the 4 and the door releases. Sorry, the gate releases. Gate opens inwards, allowing you access to the power armor.
That was a very hard puzzle.
Well, there's every chance that was a 1 in like 999 that you just hit.
Well, we could have started with 431.
No, we didn't.
So Marvin, how good is your knowledge of power armor? Let's say if you want to roll an intelligence and repair roll.
Intelligence and repair. Oh. 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. So you identify these easily. You have a full suit of T45, which is the basic level armor. You've got the upgraded model, which was the T52, which is what saw the change in the liberation of Anchorage in Alaska before the war. And a suit that was fairly limited in supply before the war is T60, which is heavy power armor. All of these are in varying states of what looks like they were mid-repair. So they may have been maintained or going through having parts swapped out.
Oh, Abby and Rusty over and ask them to help me trial these things out, see which ones work and how well.
Rusty and Abby, are you following?
Yeah, I suppose you'll be wanting one of these fusion cores, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're the only three that fit in them.
Yeah. So Hal and Rocklaw can't fit
Definitely not.
into power armor. So
I have other uses, and I extend my maintenance arm from my crotch.
are you following the rest of the group back in? I guess if the two captains are going in there, you're probably going to follow them.
No, I'll hang at the door.
Hang out at the door. Kidoki. So Rusty, you've got 2 fusion cores. You'd be able to slot into them to get them started.
Mm-hmm.
Hopping into the closest set, so the T-52 Power Armor Rusty. You start it up and it feels sluggish to what you've worn in Power Armor training during your earlier military service. It can move, but it doesn't feel like it's giving you the benefit of what power armor should. But
This one needs some lubricant.
So the main servos and things may need some maintenance. You are in a workshop equipped to be able to perform maintenance. Are you wanting to go through the rest of them?
Yeah, check the other ones first, and then I can.
So going through each of them, very much the same. The T-45 armor does have some quite bad plasma scoring on it. So looking like it has taken a bit of the brunt of some energy weapon damage and would need to be patched up as well. So would take some time.
It is salvageable.
Salvageable. Yeah. The T-60 is basically locked in place. It's going to take a lot of work to get that up and running. The actuator for the back and the helmet works, but you can't move the arms and legs currently when you're inside it. So, what would you like to do now that you've tested them out?
Should we hunker down here for a day and get all these running?
Probably worth it.
Yeah, I mean, there's no bots that are going to stop us from like redoing the count on the turrets. So there's no like active turrets.
Not down here, no.
So in the rooms that you've been in, you haven't spotted any turrets yet.
Yeah, so should be chill.
Just quickly, because there is another monitor in that room, I went up on there and see if there's access to the turrets and get all 3 disabled.
So while Rusty's working at that, Marvin, you sit down at the computer. This computer is a maintenance terminal. It's connected to the network in the most rudimentary way. It has no control over systems. It's basically for data entry and inventory movements of what's going in and coming out of the power armor maintenance bay.
That makes sense. This is probably where the mechanics were.
Yeah.
Really wouldn't want them having advanced access.
All right. So you're going to spend a bit of time going through this here?
Yeah, I'm preparing how to if we can.
So in which case, I would say between Rusty, you, and Marvin, and then anybody else that's willing to help, it's going to take approximately 18 hours for you to get these suits back up and running. You've got access to an infirmary and 2 rooms where you have sleeping quarters. This could be more comfortable than anything that you've slept in for a while. So if you'd like to do that, I'm happy for you to go through that.
I wake up and just go, move over to the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Not even aware of what's happening with anyone.
Yeah, you half trip over the heavy ammo canister that's been
Thrown at my feet.
thrown at your feet.
and just, I'll kick it out of the way, going, what the fuck?
And straight back out again.
Yeah.
All right. So, in which case, first 6 hours will be just leading up to the first evening. Rusty and Marvin, you'll be first off looking at what parts you have in this bay to be able to continue repairs. Can you give me a perception plus repair roll to see what you collect? And so who's leading and who's helping in this case? Or do you want to do two separates?
I'll help because I'm still hungover.
All right, so Rusty, if you were to roll perception plus repair.
Yeah, I got 2 successes.
2 successes, and
Yeah.
Marvin?
2 fails.
2 fails, okay.
Sorry, I rolled 2 successes, 1 fail.
Mm-hmm. So you managed to collect up enough parts to get 2 of these suits up and running.
Cool.
So one of you, Rusty, if you want to add 2 power armor parts to your inventory.
Power armor parts. Okay. Yeah. 2. Yeah.
Yep. 2 units of that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, during this 6 hours, Rotclaw's sleeping on the Colonel's bed. Hal and Abby, what are you wanting to do?
Well, I would have returned to the charging port.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're going to operate on me, I presume that would be the best place anyway.
Yep. Abby, are you keeping them company? Are you trying to find a bed for yourself? What are you doing? So this is going from lunchtime through to about 6 p.m.
Yeah, I think a rest pretty good.
Mhm.
Might go into this other room and maybe have a quick look around.
Into the infirmary?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So while Marvin and Rusty get to work, you take a bit of a look around the infirmary. So what you see is, due to your medical background and the work that you've been doing alongside Marvin and Dr. Bourne back at Abby's Chuckle Hut, you see that this place is actually quite clean compared to other settlements you've been to. This would be equipped for you to be able to do surgeries or more advanced procedures on people, and seems to be well stocked with a lot of medical equipment and supplies. So what that means is that anybody that has an injury, you could allocate some time to work on them to try to remove that injury.
I have injury.
So you've got Rotclaw has had an issue for quite a
Forever.
while. Rusty has some
Bye.
quite severe burns to his arm that his own regeneration has not been able to fix yet. You might be able to accelerate that a little bit.
Okay, so I just take a moment and just have a little think for a second. Can I find like an A4 piece of paper and something to write on? No, like, can I actually find it in the room?
Oh, easily.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
there'd be clipboards. You'd have bits of paperwork and diaries and things like that that the nurses and doctors would have used.
All right. So I'm still tired and I don't want to work on everybody right now. So I'm gonna put up a little sign on the door. That says
Back in 15 minutes.
give me
No starting time.
come back at, I don't know, 6 hours down the track. Dr. Abby in session. In brackets, sleeping. Healing to be undertaken at such and such time. Come back later. And then I am going.
All right. So you're going to sleep as well?
Yep.
Okay. Abby, when you left the workshop, did you close the door?
I highly doubt it.
When you've entered the infirmary, you've put your sign up at the doorway. Did you close the door?
I did, in fact, close the door because I did not want to be disturbed while I am trying to sleep. And that nice little sign on the door that somehow magically fits all of that writing.
I mean, you can just have multiple sheets if it takes up too much space.
Right, smaller. Like, add
You don't want
So now
3 words.
Now I expect like some little like sheets of paper on the door with them writing on it next
Yeah,
time.
where's my merch?
I will make that happen. That's fine.
I hope I don't see it. Right, I will destroy the door.
You'll destroy the door.
Oh no.
All right. Look, I know it's a little bit early, but with that, I think that is a good place to end tonight's session.
We all need a lot
Didn't
of
have a
healing.
break.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, hater of disc brakes. I'll see yourself.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. You've managed to gain access to the bunker and you've cleared out sections of it. You've managed to find some armor, so you're doing pretty well.
Nice. We're doing good.
While sparks fly out of Hal.
Interesting. Are you allowed to say whether or not we actually got that combination right and just fluked it?